If you are my client, this is exactly why you're going to fail at social media. Because after working with dozens of creators in hundreds of different niches, I boiled it down to these 5 crucial reasons. They're not what you want to hear, but they're what you need to know. Let's get into it. So recently I spoke at an event and a lot of the business owners that were there kept asking me the same question. And that was, how long does it take until you see results? And this wasn't the first time I've been asked this question at an event like this. I've been asked this question numerous times, especially at various workshops that I hold in the local area. But here is the one thing that shocked me. They didn't ask me this because they were uncertain or because they didn't know what to do. In fact, they had all the knowledge and information needed to succeed. They asked me this because they were too impatient. And this revealed a big truth that a lot of business content creators miss. They think just because they post one time, they'll succeed. But the truth is, most creators that succeed have been doing it for years. They've been in the game for longer than you have. And while it may not be obvious at first glance, it becomes clearer when you study their own content. This may be their 3rd or 4th YouTube channel, their 5th or 6th business venture, or even their 3rd or 4th niche. The good news is that you can use this one simple strategy to make sure that you stay on track. High leverage tasks are daily and monthly habits that are going to move your business forward. For example, this could be posting 1 YouTube video a week, 5 IG Reels per week, or writing that newsletter for your email list. And now that you've identified these tasks, you're now gonna break them down into their bare essence. For a YouTube video, so one day of the week, you write the script. The next day, you focus on your thumbnail, and so on and so forth. With this approach, as long as you're consistently doing your high leverage tasks, it's not a matter of if you'll succeed, but when. Far too many creators get extremely impatient with the results, but the ones that succeed are the ones that dial in these tasks, cut out the noise, and are in it for the long run. Being impatient isn't the only thing that's holding you back from succeeding on social media. The second reason is that you regurgitate information. But most creators don't even know that they're doing this. I'm sure you heard this before. When creators first start making content, they're told to study others in their niche for ideas and inspiration. But almost everybody does this completely wrong. Here's why. They think taking inspiration is looking at what others are saying and adding their own spin to it. But adding your own spin to it isn't enough. You have to do this a little bit differently, and here's how. Instead of taking inspiration from these creators, look at what they haven't already said before. Then take those ideas and inspiration from their gaps in the market. For example, somebody that's in the business niche right now that's doing an amazing job is Iman Ghazi. Instead of posting hyper-edited content like everybody else does in the business niche, he keeps it pretty simple and raw style, whether it's gonna be educational or behind the scenes. And he presents this in a way that's very digestible and understandable. And the way he does this is by using what are known as unique mechanisms. These are terms that are used to frame something ordinary to something new and engaging. Let's take flywheel content system as an example. What he really means is utilizing long form and short form content to post specific types of content that will place you in front of the right audience. That's pretty similar to my philosophy, which is called the Praise the Profits protocol. You must understand this third reason that will separate you from 99% of creators and put you miles ahead of the competition. Are you an established business owner who is struggling to get views and customers from your social media brand? Coming up with ideas is tough, and even when you do manage to find the right ones, turning those eyeballs into paying customers is even harder. That was me a few years ago when I knew nothing about posting on YouTube or Instagram. But after over 5 years of experience generating thousands of views and leads for my clients, I've created a simple 3-step framework that solves this entire problem. I call it the Video Content Compass. It's a free framework designed to help you generate ideas that actually work, and then turn them into paying clients by identifying who your ideal viewer actually is. Comment the word compass and I'll send you over a free personalized blueprint that's going to help your brand explode with views and leads right now. What separates the top of the top creators isn't their fancy setups or cool edits or what words pop up on the screen. It's actually one simple step that 99% of business content creators misunderstand. Let me explain. A study by Kim and Song in the International Journal of Advertising found that organic, unpaid, and natural brand-related user-generated content induces fewer perceptions of manipulative intent and more favorable responses compared to sponsored, aka paid, user-generated content on Twitter. This means that organic content coming from personal brands, even though they were promoting a product, came off as scammy compared to clearly sponsored posts. From this, we can infer that as long as we build a relationship with our viewers, taking a value-first approach in our organic ads will receive far more favorable responses than we can imagine. But get this, that's the same secret to building long-lasting relationships with your viewers. Providing value by replying to every comment and sending DMs to new followers. Because almost no one is going to buy from you unless you establish a relationship beforehand. And what most business content creators do is let this opportunity go to waste and they leave millions of dollars on the table. But instead of that, make sure you do this. Every time you get a new follower, send them a quick message. Ask them questions about their current situation and goals. Send them free tools that could help them and truly get to know them better. This will arm you with the knowledge that you need to know your target audience better compared to your competitors by asking them real-time questions about their pain, obstacles, desires, and objections. And this is gonna help you cater your overall marketing message. The second thing is to reply to all of your comments. And most of the time, you don't have to drop any crazy knowledge. You just have to respond. All you really have to do is acknowledge them. If they're asking you a question, answer it. If they're just dropping a quick witty comment, counter it. At the end of the day, it's called social media for a reason, and you'll fall flat on your face if you don't treat it like so. But the thing is, you can do all the right things. You can be patient, stand out from others, and build long-lasting relationships, but if you don't understand this fourth reason why 99% of creators fail after their first few posts, you'll simply end up wasting all your energy, money, and resources getting nowhere for the months to come. We've all been there. Not knowing what to say in your videos, pressing stop and go in your recordings because we messed up a few words, and then starting all over from scratch because we're overthinking every single step of the way. But this is the exact reason why 99% of business content creators stop after their first few posts. They overthink everything. From what to say, to how to say it, and when to say it. But the truth is, all you have to do is simply press post. Your first few drafts will suck. Heck, your first few posts are gonna suck. And even your last few posts that you think are fire are gonna suck too. What matters most is that you keep going, because this is the same mindset that's going to 10x your results in no time. And the best way to tackle it is to think about it like this. Imagine your life as a story. Think of every setback, win or draw, as you, the main character of the story, fighting through it. If you land a client, great. If you fail a sales call, that's okay. Everyone starts out that way. And if your first piece of content flops, that's okay too. The key is to look at these from a third-person point of view. I'm sure you read some stories before and you see the inner dialogue and transformation of the main character. What challenges he goes through, the doubts he has in his mind, how he overcomes them. It's the same thing here. Don't overthink things, just do. Look at these as every no will get you one step closer to that yes. Don't look at these as something that's gonna reflect on you as a person. Every successful creator has gone through these, and now it's your turn to do the same. How am I supposed to keep up with all of these reasons? This sounds a bit discouraging. I get it, I hear you. This is why this fifth and final reason is the most important one for why you're going to fail on social media. The main point of this video wasn't to put you down or discourage you in any way. It was basically to challenge the people to ignore or not give in to any of these reasons I listed before and to help you to keep going on your social media journey. Because most people will give in to one or multiple of these reasons, and that's the sole reason they fail. Here's the truth, we all start from scratch. We won't all magically get it on the first try. It took Mr. Beast 450 videos before he went viral. It took Gary Vee 1,000 videos before he was finally discovered. Everybody has their own timeline. This is a long game, and it takes people years to actually get good at social media because it's constantly changing and evolving. But the fundamentals will always remain the same. Sharing your unique story, focusing on one ideal avatar, and offering one key solution to their pains and problems. You've heard all of those fundamentals already in previous videos, but from this specific video, what I want you to take away is that you should not compare your first year to somebody else's third year. You never know exactly what they've gone through to actually get there. If you'd like to learn more on how our social media team at Praise Media can help build your business and build a powerful personal brand, make sure that book a call by utilizing the link in the description, and I'll personally reach out to you. Till next time, stay praised.